This cost me 10 cents and led to the best presentation I've ever given and 2.4 million views online. Anytime that you give a presentation, you've got this, your listeners' full attention. But then you do something like this. You're like, hi everyone, my name is Philipp. Thanks for having me. I work in marketing. Did you see what I did there? That's called a physical metaphor. It's when you take a real object, something people can see and touch, and use it to represent an idea. And here's why this matters so much right now. Today, AI can write your slides, generate stories, and polish your whole script in seconds. But that thing, that physical metaphor, that requires a bit more effort and skill. But it is also the one thing that makes you impossible to forget. Let me show you two more quick examples before I show you how to create your physical metaphor.
Let's say this is you, and this is all the demands that life puts on you. How much can you take? There's no way of knowing for sure, right? You feel the weight of everything, and before you know it, things that you were managing to contain before start to overflow and spill out.
Pretty powerful, right? Now here's one more, this time from a world champion of public speaking.
You and I are not very different from this flower. Just like this flower is unique, you are unique. All of us has something special that makes us as beautiful.
Now that you got an idea of what they look like, let's talk about how you can come up with one yourself. Here are the 4 simple steps I use. Step 1, start with what you want people to feel. Not your whole talk, just the one thing, the core of it. And I mean feel, not understand. There's a big difference. Understand still lives in your head. Feel lives in your gut. So ask yourself, when my audience walks out of this room, what do I want them to really carry with them? If, for example, you're talking about communication, maybe you want people to feel that one unclear message can destroy an entire project. Or if you're talking about change, maybe you want people to feel that the discomfort that they're feeling right now is exactly the signal that something is working. Those kind of sentences. So write them down. Then you move into the next step. Step 2, brainstorm metaphors. Every great physical metaphor follows the same simple structure. This new thing is like the other thing because they share the same quality. So start by asking, what does my idea actually do? Does it build up slowly and then collapse? Does it drain you without you noticing? Does it look strong on the outside but feel hollow on the inside? And once you've found that quality, find everyday objects that do the exact same thing. For example, burnout drains you slowly without you noticing, just like a phone losing battery in the background. Or poor communication creates this invisible damage, just like a crack in the wall that gets bigger every time until the whole thing falls apart. So, topic, object, and the shared quality. That's your metaphor. But don't worry, you don't need to do that alone. Now you can ask AI for help to brainstorm those metaphors. I actually built a prompt specifically for this. You can find it in the description below. Step 3, pick the best one. Now, don't just go with the first thing that sounds good. Run each options through these 5 filters. Surprise. Does it make people go, wait, I never thought of this way? A bad example would be, oh, we need to think outside of the box. The moment you say this, half of the room is already gone because they've heard that a million times. A good example would be, our team is like a browser with like 50 tabs open and none of them loading. That's much more surprising, right? Then, simplicity. The moment you reveal the connection, people should instantly get it. No explanation needed. If you find yourself saying, well, what I mean by that is, that's a sign your metaphor is too complicated. Find an easier one. Then, relevance. Does it come from your audience's everyday world? Like a phone at 1%? Well, that works because everyone has one. Everyone has felt that panic. If you have, for example, an hourglass, well, that might be surprising, but nobody uses them anymore. It feels a little bit disconnected. So the closer the prop to their daily life, the harder it lands. And then visual impact. Does it catch the eye the moment you hold it up? Now, some props are conceptually perfect, but visually boring. You want something that makes people curious before you even say a word. And then last one, buyability. Can you find it easily? The balloon, well, that cost me 10 cents. The phone is already in your pocket, so you could use that. If you need to order now a gigantic and super expensive item, well, it might not be worth it. So run every option through those 5 filters. The one that passes, well, that's your prop. By then, it's time to go to the last step. Now, this is the step that most people skip, and it's the one that matters the most. Step 4, test it before you go on stage. Physical metaphors are unpredictable. What feels powerful in your living room, well, can fall completely flat in front of a real audience. I've seen speakers walk on stage with a prop they'd never tested. The moment they held it up, nothing, just like blank face, confused. That's it. And suddenly they're standing there trying to explain a metaphor that was supposed to explain itself. That's a nightmare you want to avoid. So before you go anywhere near stage, grab one person, a friend, a colleague, really anyone. Hold up that object, make the connection out loud, then stop talking and see how they react. The more reps you get before the real moment, the more natural it feels when it actually matters. And you'll see a great physical metaphor makes them feel something a slide could never do. So the next time you prepare a talk, don't just ask yourself what you want to say. Ask yourself, what's my balloon? Find it, test it, and bring it onto the stage. And if you want more tools to captivate any audience, well, check out this next video where I share some of my favorite speaking techniques. See you there.